Have you ever had that spark? That brilliant idea for a side hustle, a freelance career, or maybe even a full-time business where you are the boss? It's a dream a lot of us have, but man, that first step can feel pretty overwhelming, right? Well, today, we're going to demystify the absolute simplest, most straightforward way to get started. Okay, so let's kick things off with a little riddle. What could a freelance artist, working from their laptop at a coffee shop, possibly have in common with the local plumber who's been fixing pipes in your neighborhood for like 20 years? The answer might actually surprise you, and it all comes down to the legal nuts and bolts of their business. They could both be what's called a sole trader. Now, to really get what a sole trader is, we first have to understand this fundamental split in the business world. I mean, every single business out there, from a huge corporation like Apple down to a one-person Etsy shop, falls into one of two basic categories. And getting this distinction, well, it's the key to everything else we're going to talk about.
And here they are, those two worlds. On one side, you've got incorporated businesses. The best way to think about this is that you're creating a whole new, separate legal person. But on the other side, you've got unincorporated businesses. And here, there's no separation at all. In the eyes of the law, you and your business are the exact same thing.
This idea, this superpower that incorporated businesses have, is called separate legal personality. It's a fancy term, but it just means the company itself can own property, sign contracts, and even go into debt, all under its own name, completely separate from its owners. A sole trader, being unincorporated, has none of this. It's a huge difference.
So, with that in mind, let's zoom in on that second world, that unincorporated path. The most common, the most direct example of this is the sole trader. And it operates on one incredibly simple, powerful principle.
This is it. Seriously, if you remember just one thing from this whole explainer, make it this. For a sole trader, there's no the business over here and me over there. There is only me doing business. Legally, you are completely inseparable.
And here's the official breakdown. A sole trader, or sometimes you'll hear it called a sole proprietor, is just a business owned and run by one single person. And look, there's that killer phrase again, no legal separation. I promise you, this isn't just some legal jargon, it has profound real-world consequences.
Now look, being a sole trader is incredibly easy to set up. I mean, there's almost no paperwork, and you can get going practically overnight. But all that simplicity, it comes at a price. There's a catch, a really big one that anyone even thinking about this path needs to understand. Crystal clear.
So, you're probably asking yourself, all right, what's the catch? What is the trade-off for all this amazing simplicity and ease? Well, it all boils down to one absolutely crucial concept. And this is it, unlimited liability. Because there's no legal separation between you and the business, there's also no financial separation. So if your business gets into debt, those aren't the business's debts, no. They are your debts, personally, fully. And that last part is key, with no limit. So what does that actually look like? Let's make this super real for a second. Let's say your business takes out a loan for some new equipment, or you can't pay the rent on your small office space. Well, because of unlimited liability, the people you owe money to can come after your personal assets to get paid back. We are talking about your car, your personal savings account, even your house. That financial firewall you thought you had, poof, it's gone.
Okay, I know that sounds pretty scary, right? And honestly, it can be. But that doesn't automatically mean being a sole trader is a bad idea. Not at all. It's really just a calculated trade-off. So the question becomes, who does this structure actually make sense for?
Well, it's actually perfect for businesses where the risk of racking up big debts is really, really low. Think about it. Freelancers, writers, consultants, artists, people who don't need to rent a huge office or buy thousands of dollars in equipment. If your costs, your overheads are small, then the risk from unlimited liability is also small. That makes the simplicity a massive win. It's also a fantastic low-stakes way to just test out a business idea without a ton of legal hassle.
So this is the main takeaway. When you're starting out, your first big strategic decision isn't just about what you're going to sell. It's about choosing the right legal container for your idea. A container that fits your ambition, your scale, and maybe most importantly, your personal tolerance for risk.
And that brings us right to the final question, the one I want you to take away from all this. As you're thinking about that amazing idea you have, that dream of being your own boss, you're now armed with this really critical piece of knowledge. So ask yourself this. For what you want to build, is the incredible ease and simplicity of being a sole trader worth the very real risk of unlimited liability? The answer is up to you.